What's up, Soul Tribe? It's your girl Dominique with Empathic Guidance, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. Last night I was having a conversation, or it could have been a rant, with my Soul Tribe during a live chat. Actually, we was right at the end, so I decided to convey some messages, some very powerful messages, something that a lot of us probably need to hear. When I brought this to the attention of my viewers, it was definitely because on an everyday basis, me reading the cards, I run across a lot of love situations where people really want the one to come in for them. They really want to connect with the one. They really want to be in love with the one. They really want to spend the rest of their life with the one. And I wonder if you guys ever noticed that a lot of times when we truly value love, we still can't bring it in for ourselves, and we probably be wondering why there's so many people out here that don't value love, that doesn't value or respect respect most aspects of love. They don't respect the respect aspect. They don't respect the loyalty aspect. They don't respect their partner's dreams, aspirations, and a whole lot of other things. So I noticed like the most kind-hearted people, the people that know how to love most generously, kind of feel cheated out of love at this time. They're hopelessly waiting for their partner to return, or hopelessly waiting for the right one to come in. And if you are really waiting to connect with the one, all you have to do is go within, because you are the one. The one has been right there with you from the day you was born. Your happiness, your true happiness, filling all voids, comes from within. If you ever notice that you get into these relationships, they start off good. And then once you get to what you think is the good part, where it's like you getting ready to reach another plateau, or you reach a certain plateau, you reach a certain level of years, and then things just stop. It's like that door just closes all of a sudden. Life is full of lessons, guys. Like, that's the number one. A lot of things that seemingly bad to us are protection for our hearts, for ourselves. Like, I heard this saying a long time ago. The universe's rejection is the universe's protection. So if you ever been in a situation where you just knew, like, this is gonna go the distance, like, I'm giving this my all, I want this to work, I'm faithful to this situation, I'm gonna make the necessary changes to make this work, and it still falls out, it's because that person wasn't aligned for you. That wasn't your right path. So every single time you think that you walk in the right line and something don't work out for you, is literally because you thought wrong. That person wasn't for you. They weren't there to help you fulfill your purpose here on this earth. And it is possible that it is somebody here that's here on this earth, that's here to help you fulfill your purpose. But at the same time, what you got to realize is that you got to connect to yourself first. Our relationships with people are a clear reflection of how we feel about ourselves on the inside. So if you're dealing with somebody that don't respect you, it's because you don't have the full level of respect for yourself. If you're dealing with a whole lot of unrequited love situations, or a whole lot of situations where you feel like you putting your all, but every other person that's surrounding you is basically doing the opposite of that, cheating, looking in a different direction, not taking you seriously, not wanting to commit, not wanting to take things to the next level. It's not for you to make that person want to be with you. It's not for you to wait for this person to treat you correctly. The divine and universe is definitely showing you that this is a pattern, because on the inside, you're unsure of yourself. You have a void of love and respect for yourself, or a lack thereof. And that's something that you need to fix and connect with yourself first before you're able to have a healthy connection with somebody else. Because your feelings about yourself have to be healthy first. Understand that you are the one. You are your first love. You should be your first love. Anybody that comes after you is number two. So I just wanted to convey that message because it's very important when people are trying to search for love, or people are trying to search for answers as to why things aren't working out for them when it comes to love matters and when it comes to matters of the heart. Yes, you do have a big heart, but stop trying to spread it externally. Stop trying to search externally for your ultimate emotional fulfillment. Find that emotional fulfillment within you first, and that way you will attract that same thing. Love yourself fully. Pamper yourself. Date yourself. Take yourself on dates. All the money, the time, the energy, and the emotion that you will put into a relationship, if you had a counterpart at this time, use this time to repair yourself, to heal deep-seated wounds. A lot of us carry wounds from childhood, and that's another thing that's a blockage when it comes to love, or just having what you want emotionally on an emotional level or relationship, period. We have to heal, people. We have to dig deep within. We have to connect with ourselves. We have to learn ourselves. We have to learn what's good for us and what's bad for us, because some of us want love so bad we'll just take anybody. And you can't do that. That's the reason why these situations aren't working out. Have boundaries, have standards. And if you truly, truly love yourself, then you will. You will. It'll come natural to you, like, that's not meant for me. Why? Because at that point you will be loving yourself, and you'll be knowing that this is not aligned for you. This is not in perfect alignment and divine timing for yourself and all those involved. And that's the way you should think. From here on out, think about loving yourself first. Think about repairing your wounds. Think about giving yourself the love that you deserve first. Think about finding that love within before you search for it without, because that is what's causing delays for you. Because Spirit is looking at it as they still haven't learned yet. They still don't get it. I want for them to show themselves that same nurturing that they give out so freely to everybody else. That's the reason why some of us keep ending up time and time again by ourselves, because Spirit wants us to spend His time by ourselves. Spirit wants us to love on ourselves. Hug yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Realize your own worth. How you going to expect somebody to realize your worth if you so unsure of yourself? And you like, is it me? Why are you questioning that? You questioning that alone is giving Spirit the inclination that you feel like you don't deserve what it is that you truly deserve. You do. And you will show that by releasing things time and time again, resolutely, that you know is not in service of you and your highest good. So don't be afraid to release things. Detachment is not acting cold. Detachment is knowing when to break away from things that you know are no longer serving you. In turn, showing yourself some love. Understanding that holding on to things that hurt you, holding on to things that don't aid your growth, holding on to things that don't provide you with stability, that don't teach you, that don't help your mind grow, that don't help your heart grow, that doesn't help you feel fulfilled, which you should be fulfilled on your own. Make sure your cup for yourself is running over before you try to love somebody else. So feel fulfilled on your own. But if this person takes away from that and depletes your self-love, if this person minuses your abundance, like, you know, they like that takeaway instead of that plus sign, then you know it's time to set this person to the side. And a lot of times these people come into our lives as tests, because Spirit want to know that we learned our lesson. And if we go from one relationship to the next and somebody treat us the same, then that's a clear sign that we haven't. And then if you don't evolve, you repeat. Evolve or repeat. That's like one of the most simplest, most valid quotes that you can ever remember, is if you don't learn your lesson from a situation, you will repeat that lesson. You will repeat this lifetime. And people think it's all cool to be old souls, and it is cool. I am an old soul too. But being an old soul is just simply that you're a slow learner. And that's not to offend anybody, because again, like I said, I'm an old soul as well. So that just meant from lifetime to lifetime, I've been repeating lesson after lesson. And it's time for me to get it. And finally in this lifetime, I woke up. Finally in this lifetime, I ascended. Finally in this lifetime, I get it. And so it's time for me to implement that, just like it's time for you to implement that same self-love. That love that you want to get from, that love that you want to receive from someone else. Give it to yourself first, and see how you attract the real, true, genuine, generous love from someone else. But love yourself first. You are the one. You've been found the one.